Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. In this video tutorial I want to teach you how to set up an email address for a subdomain. Recently I was working on one of my own projects and I noticed the need to set up an email address for my subdomains because my main domain used Google Apps or G Suite now to receive email. So I needed to use and set up the subdomain so I could send email through the server and not using my G Suite account. So I'm going to show you two ways to set this up, and feel free to use whichever way works best for your account. So right now I'm logged into my client area here at NameHero. So this is going to assume you've already signed up and you have a package with us. I'm going to click on Cloud Web Hosting. Now I'm going to set this up today in my reseller account. So I've got Web Host Manager. So I'm going to show you two different ways. Now if you have a basic package with us, then just use the Cpanel method, which is the method I'm going to display first. So what I want to do is I want to log into the Cpanel for reselltalk.com. So I'm going to click Log into Cpanel. It's going to bring me inside of here. So the first thing is I want to make sure the subdomain has been added. So I'm going to go to subdomains and you're going to see here I've got staging.reselltalk.com set up. So this is the email address I'm going to use. It's going to be whatever at staging.reselltalk.com. So the only thing we have to make sure is that the subdomain is created in here. So if it's not, just go ahead and create it now right inside of here. I'm then going to go, I'm going to go back into here, click on the Cpanel home. I'm going to navigate to email accounts. And then you can see right here, I can create Ryan. Now by default, it's going to have my main domain, but I want to select this and I want to select the staging. And then I want to choose a password. So I'm going to use the password generator, so I have a nice and secure one, and click Create Account. Okay, now it has been created. So now I can send and receive email to Ryan at staging.reselltalk.com. Now, if you're using a third-party DNS provider such as Cloudflare, then you might have to set the MX records correctly. Now, if you have any trouble with that, feel free to let our support team know. Now, if you're using your reseller name servers or you're using NameHero's name servers, then it's automatic. So you can click right here to set up mail client, and you can see these are the settings that you're going to use. So let's say you want to set this up on your iPhone. You'd basically want to log into Cpanel on your iPhone and just click IMAP right here. And it's automatically going to set it up for you. Now, if you want to do it manually, you can just use this information right here and it will set it all up for you. But I mean, it's really that simple to actually set this up and go that route. Now, if you don't want to set this up as an add-on domain, if you want to set up the subdomain as its own account and you have a reseller account, I want to show you how to do that. So let's go back into our client area. So I'm going to go back into here to our main client area. This time I want to log into Web Host Manager. So I'm going to click Log into WHM. Okay, in here I can go to List Accounts and you can see the accounts I have created in this reseller account, just Resell Talk. I actually want to create a new account, so I'm going to go to Create a New Account. And I'm going to enter it in here. So this one I'm just going to call it email.reselltalk.com. Now I can assign a username. I don't like to use a real long one, so I'm just going to do email resell. I'm going to use my password generator to get a secure one. And I'm going to go down here and select the package. I'm going to use my reseller default and click Create. It just takes a second. Okay, now it has been created. So I'm now going to List Accounts again. I'm going to click on the Cpanel icon. And now I'm in the Cpanel account. Now this Cpanel account is just for the subdomain email.reselltalk.com. Now, in my opinion, this is the best way to set up subdomains. So if you plan on setting up a lot of subdomains, I'd get a reseller account with this because I like everything to have its own cPanel account. I don't like to have a bunch of stuff in one cPanel, and that's for security. And you can read on our blog here and you can watch our YouTube videos to my exact reasoning why. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go now just to email accounts. So I'm going to type in email accounts, click it. And now I can set up Ryan at email.reselltalk.com. I can generate my password, use the password, create account. And now, just like I had set up before my other cPanel, I can use Ryan at email.reselltalk.com. I can go to set up webmail client. and I can use this information. Like if I want to set this up on my Mac, I just click here. If I want to set up my iPhone, I click here. If I want to manually set it up, then I would just use this information in here. Now you'll notice the incoming and outgoing server are using the server's host name. That's because the SSL certificate has not yet generated, because I just created this account. Within an hour or two, the SSL will run. But if for some reason it doesn't, ask our support team. We'll be more than happy to run that for you. So once that runs, you can then use email.reselltalk.com as your incoming and outgoing servers. But it's really that easy to set up. If you're using WHMCS and you're setting up WHMCS on a subdomain, then I recommend you set up your email addresses on the subdomain, because that way you can use emails just to pipe back and forth into your WHMCS. So this becomes very useful when you want to have email addresses that are just piping back and forth to your WHMCS or your other CRMs out there. But feel free to let us know if you have any questions. I personally recommend creating a new account under Web Host Manager. If you're going to have a bunch of subdomains, get a reseller account. It just makes it easier, safer, and more secure, which we all want. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. That's how you do it. It keeps it pretty simple. It's just setting up a couple things. As long as your name servers are either using NameHeroes or your resellers, everything else is automatic. So thanks a bunch, everyone, for watching. Enjoy your new subdomain. Email addresses at namehero.com.